Well, hello everyone, and I hope week one went really well. It looked like it went well. All of you participated in the discussion, did the introduction, and I really, really liked getting to know you all. Some things, or some words, I should say, that were similar in related to fitness that you all put down, or many of you put down, were fitness related exercise, well being, mindfulness, which are all great things. And we're kind of all um, getting to know what fitness means to us individually. And I think that's really important. So, what week two will consist of is we're getting into the fundamentals of physical fitness. So there's two ways you can look at it. There's health related fitness, which is more of a lifelong kind of learning of fitness, and then there's also skill related fitness. Now, skill related fitness is something that is probably more common in athletics or in exercise programs, things of that nature. So when we talk about skill related fitness, that has more to do with balance, power, agility, coordination, things of those nature. So when we talk about health related fitness and why that's more of lifelong learning is there's five components to it. And these components are things that you'll want to continue to grow and develop over the span of your lifetime. So the first one is cardiovascular fitness, and we all know what cardio means, swimming, running, walking, all those things, that's all cardio. And we're talking about cardiovascular fitness and why that's so important from, just being in good health. And then we'll talk about muscle fitness. Muscle fitness has two components to it by itself, and those are, when you talk about them separately, that's what makes up the five components of health related fitness. So, muscle fitness consists of muscle strength, so the power to actually lift something heavy, and muscle endurance. So, the power to not only lift something, but to also move it. So, for example, think moving from your car to your class with a backpack on, something of that nature. Obviously, now that we're online, we're not doing that, but think about when you're going from class to class, carrying a backpack or books or something. That's more muscle fitness. And then we'll talk about flexibility and posture, how important those two things are as we grow older, because we're all getting a little older, and just as we develop through life. The last component we'll talk about a little bit later, and that's body composition. And we'll talk about body composition in relationship to nutrition and eating wellness. So that's what we'll get into for week two. And as always, if you have any questions, make sure that you come to the office hour, which is on Wednesday. Remember, it's not mandatory, but if you have a question, a comment, or a concern, anything like that, make sure you come visit on Wednesday. I'm also available via the Remind app. So make sure if you haven't already, add that app, and then you can text me, basically, is what that is. And then the other way is via email. So any of those methods, you can get a hold of me if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Other than that, I'm looking forward to seeing what you all do this week. All right, have a good one.